kita akan buat story je hari ni. So jangan lupa follow dan like. Terima kasih semua. So kita buat story So kita buat story jom Mia.
Have you packed all your things? Make sure you brought the onigiri and rice cakes your mother prepared.
Don't worry. I have them all. They're going to last me days. Take care of yourselves while I'm out. And make sure you remind Mom to take her medicine on time. If running the store gets a bit too much, take some time off and wait for me to return.
Oh, Yoey Mia. Your mother and I got so worried when we heard that you were going so far abroad. We've never left the country. So we don't know how Outlanders might view us Inazumans, or if they'd even be willing to speak to us.
Oh, relax. Outlanders are friendly. Look at Toma from the Yashiro Commission. He's originally from Mondstadt, but everyone thinks he's a top-tier guy.
A mop tier? What mop? Oh! Do you mean the broken one at home? I just fixed it today, actually.
No! I said top, not mop. You know, Toma even sent us some wine from his homeland not too long ago.
We haven't heard this kind of friendly banter in a while, huh?
Hi, Mia.
Oh, hey you two! It's been a long time, hasn't it? I'm excited because I'm going on a trip soon. Many things have changed. Lots of Outlanders have come to Inazuma, and lots of Inazumans have gone out as well. You two have been adventuring all over to that, so you might not be able to understand. But for us, this is a long-awaited chance to go out and fulfill our dreams.
That's right. The Sakoku decree is gone.
Ah, I remember you two. You're Yoey Mia's friends, yes?
Yes.
Word of your incredible accomplishments has spread throughout Inazuma. My daughter's a big fan of yours. She said she'd love to be like you two.
Come on, Dad. Who's never dreamed of becoming a hero?
You done some hero with yourself.
Oh, thanks. But I'm just your average artisan. The quiet life suits me better. But if an opportunity presents itself, why not try to show your stuff, right?
All right. Did you two come over today to order some fireworks?
Oh, sorry. I got carried away. Well, I'm gone. Dad's in charge of making fireworks. You've seen how skilled he is, so there's nothing to worry about.
Oh, no. We aren't here to do business or anything. We just happen to be passing by.
Oh, so we're all here with time to spare? What a treat. In that case, let's chat some more. I'm not in a rush anyway.
Sure. So, where are you planning to go?
No clue.
Huh?
I say that, but I do have a travel goal. To see Tibet's grandest meteor shower. But I don't know when or where it'll happen. So, I figured I can search while I travel.
That's it?
Not right now. Is originally something a long time ago. The Naganaharas were inspired to create new fireworks after what Dad says that inspiration is a combination of what you see and what you know. Different people can see Inazuma today is completely different from how it was in the past. If I can see this meteor shower, I'm sure I'll be able to come. I know, right? Of course, my main reason.
No need to be shy about it. You gotta play hard when you get the chance.
You know, you're right, Paimon. Is it just me, or have you gotten wiser since we first met?
Paimon loves being friends with you since you say such nice things.
Sumeru. I've heard of it. It has a ton of trees, a super impressive school, and a
Yep, and everyone there is really smart, so Paimon's sure you'll get some answers from them about the meteor shower.
Really? But won't research people make...
We won't know if something's real or not unless we ask. Don't worry, we got solid connections in there.
Oh, what do you want?
Well, he does
Mine,
anyway.
Wouldn't I be taking up your time, though? I doubt this was in your schedule.
Exactly! Relax, Yoimiya. You've helped us plenty of times before.
All right, then I accept your offer. Let's have some fun at Sumeru. Dad, you can have more peace of mind now that I'm traveling with them, right?
Oh, yes. Your mother and I will be much more at ease.
Remember, you two also need to take care of yourselves. I'll be back soon. Okay, let's head to Rito and catch a boat there.
Takkan nak naik boat kot. Oh, so cute.
Wow, so this is Sumeru? That tree's huge! Is the port built on top of it? And this place is amazing! It's way bigger than Rito's port. There are also a lot more stores here.
Oh, there's more cool stuff for you to see. Don't you worry.
This place is awesome! I had heard people describe it, but nothing beats seeing a place for yourself. If I hadn't seen the port with my own eyes, I could never have imagined such a place. So, the school you were talking about, the academia, is it here?
Yeah.
Nope, we have to head north from here and follow the river to reach Sumeru City.
Sumeru City, huh? I guess it's even more impressive than here? Even bigger? Oh, I wonder if it's as grand as Sangonomiya Shrine. Whatever the case, why don't we go to Sumeru City? Oh, I'm so excited that I don't even know what I should be doing anymore.
The important thing about going on a trip is to enjoy yourself. You don't have to think so hard.
I'm just worried that if we don't get down to business soon. But if you insist, then let's look around.
Welcome to Akara Crafts. Feel free to have a look around.
Aranara.
Wow, what are these? They're so cute.
This is our current bestseller, the Aranara carving. Their designs are based on the fairy tales that circulate amongst children, so they're very popular with them. Miss, are you from Inazuma? Oh, this would be a great gift for you to bring back home.
Oh, I know about Aranara. You two told me about them on the ship. I didn't think they'd be so cute.
No wonder,
No wonder the kids like them.
Like
Oh, they're all so pretty. Let me take a better look.
Paimon knew Yoimiya would like this kind of thing, but even she might have a hard time seeing a real Aranara. Yeah, sorry, Yoimiya, but we need to keep our promise to the Aranara. That's that. Paimon doesn't think Yoimiya would mind too much. Her world's already chock full of imaginary creatures.
I think I'll get this one. Ooh, that one. And the other two that you...
You're buying that?
Yep. I'm going to give them out to Saika and the others. They're going to love them. Oh, and these, they'd also look great lined up by the window. Think about it. You wake up and they brighten up your entire day. Okay, thanks. In that...
For some reason, Paimon thinks it kind of looks like you, Yoimiya.
Now that you mention it, it kind of does.
Hello, Nara Paimon. My name is Aramiya.
Is that how they talk? Hope I remember correctly.
That was really good! Wow, great memory! We only talked about Aranara that one time on the boat.
That's because they're so interesting. I'm pretty good at remembering those kinds of things.
Of course. Thank you for your patronage. You all are an entertaining bunch. I hope you enjoy your time.
That's about it for Ormos. Next up is Sumeru City.
Sumeru City. Gotta go to the
All
Sumeru
right,
City.
let's get to it.
Alright, let's get to it.
Wow, this market is even busier than the one in Port Ormos.
This is Treasure Street. Up from here is the Academia. Oh, and in that tree trunk is the Grand Bazaar. They're both pretty special places.
I just saw a group of people come down, and they were all wearing the same outfit. Is that the Academia's uniform?
That's right. They also wear hats with different designs, depending on which darshan they're in. For example, we'll be looking for someone from Watawahis. They know a lot about stars and stuff.
Does this mean that you need uniforms like those to get in and out of the Academia?
Paimon doesn't think so?
Is Santis worrying you?
Won't we stick out if we go in like this?
So even you get shy, huh?
No, that's not what I meant. Let's pretend you're an Academia student, hard at work. Then in comes a bunch of Outlanders in strange clothes who gawk and run around everywhere.
Oh, Paimon kinda gets what you mean.
I don't think we have to be too self-conscious, but it's still something to keep in mind. Why don't we look around here first? I've been wanting to see the Zubair Theater anyway. As for the Academia, let's go once I get myself a set of Sumeru-style clothes.
Alright, but Paimon thinks you're overthinking it. Nilu might have some good recommendations.
Sounds good. If we can watch a performance... Alright, I'll be looking around here. I'm leaving the meteor shower inquiry to you two. Thanks a lot.
That's blood.
No problem. We'll be right...
Probably we got... Okay. After it. Kat bawah ke? Okay, nice. Alright. Alright.
We said we were gonna find someone from Watawahis, but now that Paimon thinks about it, no one really fits the bit. Paimon thinks Alhaitham might know something, but... Oh, why don't we just ask around?
Looks like you two are in a pickle. Why not consult someone who always tells you everything she knows?
Nahida.
I'm here to meet with some researchers, but when I saw looks like I showed up just in...
Okay, we might as well tell you. We have...
I see.
Your face says that it's gonna be a long time before the next meteor shower.
My answer is going to be even more of a disappointment. You may have heard that the stars are related to people's fate.
Yeah, lots of time.
If the stars dictate destiny, then do you think that destiny is something that is unchanging and always follows predicted outcomes?
You have a point.
According to current Watawahist research, a meteor shower is a celestial phenomenon that occurs due to the interference between many intricate fates. Their appearance is highly random. Some have tried coming up with ways to predict their occurrence. This is a far cry from folktales that claim meteor showers come at certain times, and bless all who witness them.
So, you mean we won't be able to see one?
I'm sorry to...
If we tell this to Yoimiya, she'll be so disappointed. What now? There has to be something we can do.
She the one to see his
Are you two okay?
Paimon just thinks this isn't fair to Yoimiya.
I get it. From how you described her, I can see that she is a kind and caring soul. So, why don't we take a page out of her book and protect her dreams with a well-intentioned lie?
Oh?
It'll
How
be
do
a
we do
story
that?
about a meteor shower. You'll
Yeah,
accompany her on a
over
brief
here
journey,
and there.
do a bit of... Oh, well, I can't summon a real meteor shower,
If you
but if
dream,
it's in a dream, I
get
can
her
help
out.
out.
Oh, that would be great, Nahida!
Thank you so much.
Compared to what you've done for me, this is nothing. Use the meteor shower as a pretext to take you and Mia all around Sumeru. Then, when you're ready, blow this. I'll tell the Aranara in advance. Once
Wanna
they
hear
hear the
the
whole
whole
story,
story?
I'm
Actually,
sure they'll
we
be willing to help.
Huh. Then the dream will probably be like the one we had in the Avidia Forest when we first met Hypatia. That was a real shocker. It was hard to...
Once the meteor shower ends and you've all awakened from the dream,
She'll
she'll
realize
probably
what
realize what had
happened.
happened. If you tell her the truth at that point, she should be a lot less disappointed.
Paimon thinks this is the best way to simulate the meteor shower. Thanks,
Thanks,
Nahida.
Nahida.
You're welcome. Still, you two should get this story straight before you join up with your friend. If not, she's gonna see right through everything.
True. Let's discuss it on the way. So what we need to do is to make Yoimiya believe that the meteor shower is really happening and be super convincing at how we sell it. If Paimon wanted to go see a meteor shower... Yes, exactly! We'll say we're trying to figure these two things out, but we'll actually be... Oh, well, easier said than done. It'd be best if we could take a unique approach to making it Oh, that's right! If we used wishes as the... Whoa, that sounds great! Alright then, we need a specific... And then, while we're supposedly finding... this, after all, the device can be anything, and the location can be wherever. And this isn't about being smart, it's about being a good duo.
Good duo.
The idea was yours anyway. Alright, let's go. Yoimiya's probably sick of waiting for
Waiting
us.
for us. Agak Yoimiya ada tukar baju ya.
Thanks so much.
So,
If
yeah.
it weren't for your help, I would have gotten lost already.
It's no problem. I'll be heading home.
Just a minute. Wait. This is an R&R carving I bought in Port Ormos. I heard it's very popular with kids.
It's alright. I didn't...
It's fine. Take it. Hang it on your wheelchair. That might sound silly to you. But that's the magic of a smile.
You don't
If
believe me?
you don't
Try
believe
it.
me, try it.
No.
Look at it a few times.
Actually, I feel like I already do. You love talking, and you love smiling. I just don't understand why you're so... Sorry. I'm not...
Want me to take you home?
It's okay.
Okay.
Oh, great timing, you two.
Who was that kid?
Oh, her? Her
Her
name
name
is Abine. I saw that she was looking quite forlorn, so I wanted to... She was pretty shy at first, but I explained that I just arrived in Sumeru. She agreed and we made our way back. There were so many paths here, and they're all... No, she didn't want to talk about that, But if I had to guess, it's probably because she hasn't... All she said was that she's sick, and whenever we passed by busy crowds, she kept turning her head and taking in all the things around her. But when I caught a glimpse in her eyes, I only saw yearning and a deep sense of loss.
It's hard not to be down when something like that happens.
At first, she didn't really want to say anything to me at all. She just
gave me
gave
yes
me
and
yes
no
and no
answer.
answers. But what I really saw was just another child. And asked all the same things everyone else did. About rugs. Eventually, I think I earned her trust. I say that, but honestly, you two probably caught the majority of what she said. Gotta start somewhere.
Oh, you bet we did. Big time. You're in...
Really? That's great! Huh? What do you mean? They respond to wishes? So it's not that you wish... In that case, I
Want to use the meteor shower?
That's why I'm here, but...
Putting her own spin onto this.
If that's the case, then we'll have to practice wishing a little. Can you two come with me? Let me put my as for what my wish is. It's a secret for now.
Yeah, and we'll take the opportunity to...
More places to see?
Alright, let's go.
Why isn't it working? I don't get it.
Wih, 900 meter juga jauh ya. Forest Intro.
Wow! Is that what you two were talking about? Wait, it's not going to suddenly start moving, right?
Must be a robot.
Relax, it's completely still, and it's been out...
It's true. It's green from all the over... All right, let's go. Wondering, have you seen your sister yet?
Yup, but she said that she'd meet us at the end of our journey. And then she left.
I see. It seems she has her own things to worry about. But it's alright. At least you were able to talk. How did she look? Was she doing well? Had she changed in any way?
Well, according to him, nothing's really changed. He's hanging in there.
That sure is reassuring. I believe that you two will come to an understanding once your journey is over. You are siblings, after all. Whew! I didn't think we'd be able to climb all the way up here. What a great view! I just want to shout at the top of my lungs!
Yeah, and even though we might not be viewing the meteor shower from here, it's a good place to practice.
Oops, I was having too much fun and almost forgot about that. Before I left Inazuma, many people heard that I was looking for a meteor shower. So I told them that they could write their wishes down on paper. So I ended up...
Whoa, that many?
That's part of it, but more importantly, I've been, after a lot of thought, people use fireworks to remember their most precious memories. And these memories sparkle and shine each time the fireworks fly. In other words, fireworks symbolize the past, and shooting stars make people think of wishes. Because wishes carry people's brilliant... One represents the past, and the other the future. They both bloom in the sky, but have completely different meanings behind them. It's really beautiful, isn't it? It's clear to me that I'm not the only one holding this belief. I'm sure my ancestor had similar views. I think that's how he drew inspiration from the meteor shower. His method was a wish of sorts to begin with. To join the past and future together and combine their beauty. At first, I wasn't completely serious about using the opportunity to travel abroad to see a meteor shower. But it became something like a mission once everyone had handed their wishes over to me.
Yoimiya. Well said. And here Paimon thought you needed practice.
Huh? That was fine? You both understand? I mean, these are all abstract topics that evoke a sense of admiration.
Traveler?
I did consider that possibility, and I know that's the most realistic conclusion, but there's a premise to every legend, and that's belief. If I didn't take this step, it's not like a meteor shower would just rain upon me either. I wouldn't be where I am now. I wouldn't have known that they respond to wishes, and I wouldn't have seen all these beautiful sights in Sumeru. So I'm looking forward to the rest of our journey. Every single step of it.
You really are amazing, Yoimiya.
What?
Oh, nothing. Paimon just thinks you're doing a good job with... Like we said earlier, we're gonna need to build a device. Yep, and once we use it to create an observation device...
I see. The purest ore. Then I chatted with him a bit when Aveen was showing me around. He seems...
but...
No one knows more about. Let's go.
What are we gonna do if we really ask the blacks? You're right. At first, Paimon made the right decision. Yep, that's why we're doing all this.
Oh iya Mia. Iya.
You want to use the purest material to create a star observation? However, purest material is too vague. It'd be better if you were more... Firstly, this all sounds rather, strange. I never heard that legend about meteor showers.
Sorry for the trouble, but
Sorry, Inazuma's pretty far, so maybe some key information got still. I want to at least give it a shot.
Well, sure. Why don't I use some materials that might fit the bill? I'll create up a mock-up device.
That'd be great.
No need to be so polite. You're my customer. Also, this kind of project is a nice...
maybe we can just pick a random one.
No, that won't do. If these were for ordinary use, then it'd be acceptable. Barely. But if you want a product that is top-notch, this is far from ideal.
Why are you so interested all of a sudden?
Then what do we do?
Yeah, what now?
Don't worry too much about the material. If you think it'll be difficult, I want to try all our options.
Since we're on the topic of legends, allow me to tell you one about... All of us in Sumeru know about this legendary forging material. Using it to forge something is every blacksmith's dream. Some spend their entire lives searching for this material in vain.
Huh? What?
That's because the material is too precious. Many believe themselves unworthy to work with it due... In other words, not only does it represent the pinnacle of material quality, I constantly practice and hone myself, so when I do encounter this material...
So, you mean that it's simply...
Dreams, inspiration, obsession, focus.
Focus, call it what you want, but you take it
But if you
to
take it to symbolize purity, then I believe it is your goal. We call it Earthstone. But in truth,
Earthstone.
neither I nor my colleagues have ever seen it. It's more like a goal.
This fits perfectly with the tale of the... Then, why don't we go looking for it?
Earth.
Is it even something we can find?
Exactly! We're chasing down a legend after all. If we do find it, that's a big win for us. And if we don't...
When you put it like that...
Hey, excuse me. If I might intrude, have you...
Yeah, she and I were hanging out not that long.
Do you know where she went? She hasn't returned home yet.
Huh? I wonder...
Oh, dear. I'm sorry if I seem more... She's been depressed ever since she fell ill and was forced... If she does something reckless because she's not in...
It's okay, don't worry. I can't say that I know her very well. But I think she just had...
That's reassuring. She doesn't want to tell, but I can't tell what she... I'm worried that I'll panic.
Don't worry. I'm sure she has a reason, but that does bring me...
Not that I'm aware of. I just know the illness was... She's always been physically active. She absolutely loved to run, but after she became ill, she lost strength in both legs. She hasn't been able to stand... We've consulted with countless doctors, but they're all stumped. They said all she can do is slowly recuperate. No one can say for sure if she'll ever stand or walk again. She believes that her legs will never recover, and her dreams of seeing the world would be forever shattered.
Okay, I understand. I'll find a way to bring her around. Sorry, but it looks like we'll have to put our meteor shower search...
We're coming with you!
Mr. Blacksmith, do you remember seeing a child in a wheelchair?
Sorry, afraid not. But you're looking for someone... He's my supplier. If anyone's aware of the comings and goings...
Do you know where we can find...
He's probably resting just over there. It's not far.
Wow.
Got it! Thanks for your help with everything. We'll go over there and see what we can find out. Don't worry.
Thank you so much. If you find her, please...
Thank you for helping.
Now that you mention it, that does ring a bell. I was moving some boxes at the time, and I asked if she needed help, but she didn't respond.
Sounds like there really was something.
Yeah, that was the impression I got.
Yes, so we're
I see. That's rather worrying. She went that way. If you ask people...
Okay, thanks. If you find out anything, don't forget to tell the people with the green scarves.
You mean the core of 30. Don't worry, I got it.
Oh. She could be.
Sorry.
Excuse me.
Oh, I remember her. She went that. I asked her what she was doing. It's my job, after all.
That seems a little weird.
Whatever the case, she left the city.
Gotcha. Thanks. Hello there. Did it...
A wheelchair? I didn't get a good look, but something going pretty fast went sliding down that slope over there.
Oh no, how dangerous.
For sure. There's terrain of all sorts outside the city.
Got it. It was over there.
Time to go. Yeah.
Got nothing on.
It's okay. You're up. I'll take care of her. Can you two look for her wheelchair?
No problem. Boop. Wheelchair. So the hilly churls took it. We gotta get it back before they damage it. Whirling snow.
All right, we're in luck. Looks like the wheelchair's still working.
That's good. Or else my family would have to pay for...
You feeling any better? I know that must have been really scary. It's all right. You're safe now. We'll bring you back. Do you feel okay telling me why you had to come here despite the risks? If you don't want anyone else to know, we'll definitely keep it a secret.
That's right. You can trust us.
The Aranara my bestest friend.
The carving?
Yeah. My illness is really bad. It's not just my legs. I've forgotten a lot of stuff too. I used to love running. I loved the feeling it gave me, and the sound of wind rushing by my ears. But the longer I sit, the cloudier those memories get. I'm starting to forget how it feels to love something. But when I saw that wood carving, I remembered that I once had a best friend. He'd always run with me.
Wait, was he an Paimon meant that it couldn't have been an Aranara, right?
But they aren't. They're real.
Hey, I understand.
Sorry, I got carried away. and I don't have any evidence to Everyone says you can't see Aranara anymore once you become an adult. You have to say goodbye to your Aranara friends forever. I can't remember his name, or how he looked like. And soon, I'll even forget that he used to run with me. I don't want to become an adult.
And now, when you saw that carving, you were reminded of your friend. Isn't that right?
Yes. I want to see him. I want to tell him that I'm not angry with him. And that I didn't want to break our promise. But then this happened. I'm not
Cheer up. Something beautiful. That's right. You remembered something about the Aranara, haven't you? Once you start remembering more things, you'll be able to find your friend again. And I'll help you.
Yoimiya, does this mean that...
Sorry, I don't know if I can. I've only just arrived in Sumeru. Maybe I haven't seen one yet, but that doesn't matter. Whether I can see them or not doesn't change my belief that you can.
What do? Paimon really wants to help her. She didn't deserve any of this. Not her illness, or being separated from her friend.
Paimon.
Huh? Me? Sure. Sorry. Wait here for a moment. I'll be right back. What's wrong? You look so serious all of a sudden. Oh, did you think I was overpromising back to her? Reuniting with her Aranara friend is the result. I'm guessing that her sudden illness made her feel like she may not be able to realize her dreams anymore. It also made it difficult for her to hold on to the happy memories and dreams she had. Everyone has their own imagination. After some chance coincidence, she met Aranara. So as long as we help her rediscover that same feeling she once had, her Aranara will return naturally.
Oh, so that's what you're thinking.
Adults only want to believe in objective reality. In doing so, they may unintentionally do harm to the innocent fantasies of children. But I think there are ways to get even subjective things back. So, how about it? Want to help me out?
Looks like all this excitement made you forget your original goal again.
If we didn't do anything to help, I wouldn't be able to watch a meteor shower, even if it appeared right now. And would the stars really want their caller to have such a heartless soul? What are you trying to say?
Because we can actually summon the Aranara. Just watch! We have some tricks up our sleeves.
Oh, so this... I'm the one who should be apologizing. Sorry, let me explain. I know that you only want to be seen by people you trust, but this girl once had an R&R. She's been quite ill, and her world has been turned upside down. It's been so long since she's been able to see her friend that even her memory of him has become hazy. Parting with a friend like that is too sad, and she never wanted that to happen. That's why I want to help her. Her world is still very small. Too small for all the sadness she has to bear. As things are, all she can do is sit alone and think about how happiness is leaving her little by little. About how life has been so unfair to her. Yes, maybe we're already used to bad luck and we know how to deal with feelings of sorrow and disappointment, but this is her first time dealing with any of this. Life can trip anyone up. What's most important in times like this is for us to support one another.
Huh? What? So,
Thanks for trusting us.
Paimon's been meaning to ask what you meant by
dreams. But I'll never be able to stand my heart?
Huh? He's gone just like that? It looks like the sky here has changed somewhat.
My heart.
Huh?
I stood up. It wasn't hard at all. And it didn't feel weird. It was like how things were before I got sick.
Wait, so that means we're not our first time in one. No wonder Arapurva said not to worry. Aveen can move freely in this.
Wow, that's amazing.
Is it the power of my heart?
The power of my heart?
How amazing! Now we can all look for Arashani together. Come on, let's race. Let me see how good you really are.
I might not have whatever. Let's go. I won't lose. Not even to an adult.
And off she goes. Well, this was easy. Paimon thought she'd be more. That's true.
If we had run any further...
Aveen was neck and neck with Yoimiya.
I've outran lots of adults before.
I won't even be able to compete with you in a few years. Let's see. Where should we go next?
Look! Something's floating up ahead!
Does it want us to follow it?
Maybe... Want to keep chasing after it? You're not feeling worn out yet?
Getting tired is part of running, and I love everything about running.
There are so many huge mushrooms here! They're big enough to lie on!
That's not what they're for! Let me show you!
Oh!
So, this is our destination? But Paimon doesn't see an Aranara, just this big stone.
I'm so happy. I almost forgot how it feels to be this happy. You know, at first, it felt like my world had shrunk down to a tiny space, but as long as I continue moving forward, new sights will always appear in front of me. And my world will keep expanding before my eyes, even though I don't know how I did it. I know I have you all to thank.
Oh, that's not important. What's important is that you remember the joy of going through the world. Our memories don't just symbolize our past. They can also shine a light in our future. Once you find the hope in your heart again, that happiness will come back to you.
Yes. Thank you, Yoimiya. Thank you all. Let's keep looking for our Shani. Yeah. Then why would the star lead us here? I don't know how to explain this. Almost like...
I know. Could this stone be your Earthstone?
Earthstone?
It's a very rare ore that symbolizes a person's aspirations and dreams. Since you can see it, that means you found what you've lost.
Is that how... It's just like in fairy tales. I thought I'd stopped believing in those, but I'm glad that I found that belief again. They passed right through!
Let's go after them.
Hey, Yoimiya! Hey!
Well, we have no choice.
We have no choice. We passed through, but... Arashani? Arashani!
The R&R is sure of a flair for magical journey. They not only helped Devine find her best friend, but they also showed us what an Earthstone is. Oh, we have to look for one of our own later, to make the purest lens.
Yep. It's kind of funny, but Paimon thinks we can actually do it.
But we have to bring her back to Sumeru City first.
The dream ended.
We dreamed a most lovely dream. Don't look so lonely. He's right next to you.
Arashani! You're... It's okay. I understand. This happened because I lost sight of myself. But I think I understand now. Yoimiya's right. Everyone gets bad luck, but
we have to
support each other through unlucky time. Thanks for helping me rediscover my memories and dreams.
Oh my god,
I won't let your work go to waste.
You've also helped us a lot, so don't be so humble. To be honest, we didn't know where to start with Earthstone. But now that we're on this track, I think we'll find it easy.
Yoimiya, you need this Earthstone because...
Yep.
Oh, what if that's how things... I'm happy to lend you my Earthstone. What?
What?
What just happened? Did you just take glasses out of...
How'd you know we'd need this?
I didn't. I just thought that since you helped me find my precious friend, I should help you, using something precious to me. And then the light turned into this. Is this what you needed?
Thank you. I didn't expect us to solve our problem like this.
Time to get it go.
Not that I know how to use it, but let's see what my intuition said. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, I think I see it! Oh, it was, pretty obvious. Come on, I'll lead the way. Once we're done watching the meteor shower, I'll accompany you home. Also, thank you for helping us. You all are...
Nada.
Time to act.
Teleport ke atas tu. Belah dah berjalan dah.
Just like fireworks.
We're waking up already?
Paimon wants to watch movies. The meteors we summoned flew up from the ground. They were exactly like fireworks. I could have kept watching that forever. That was the realest, grandest, most magical dream I've ever had.
Paimon too! Paimon didn't expect you to just pull us onto that shooting star, though.
Honestly, I didn't think about it at all. I just... you know me. I really should thank you two, though. You set all this up as a backup plan because you knew that meteor showers are hard to catch. Don't worry, I loved it so much. I think this ranks as the absolute best gift I've ever been given.
Oh, whew. That's good. Paimon was afraid you might be angry after hearing the truth.
Why would I be? I dreamed about helpful, friendly, cute Aranara. I dreamed that we ran and jumped atop large mushrooms and we discovered Earthstone in a very unexpected way. And when I thought we had woken up, the next part was even more amazing. From her heart, Athene brought forth Earthstone glasses. We found meteors that flew up from the Earth. And we even became one with the shooting stars themselves. That's right. Dreams themselves may be imaginary, but they're also experiences that can never be relived or replicated. If we were sticklers about truth in fiction, we would have missed out on so much beauty and emotion.
You sure know your way with words. Paimon's gonna bump you up a few places on the Paimon's best friend list. By the way, the Aranara, they don't usually like...
Oh yeah! They're so cute! We really have to thank those lovely carvings.
The wood?
Yeah! If we hadn't seen those wood carvings, then we wouldn't have dreamed of such cute Aranara.
Huh.
Don't worry, I know. I think they're very cute, and I'm happy to protect them. Well, it's almost time. Let's send her home. Sumeru's such a nice place. I'll be back for sure.
You will always be welcome here. Athene would be happy to see you again.
It's a deal. I'll be waiting for you. Yoimiya, before you go back, I want to tell you about my new dream. I want to travel to Inazuma on my own.
Wow, that's impressive. I didn't expect to be introduced to new customers while on vacation. Don't worry. I'll make you some fireworks that you'll never forget. You do as well. No matter how busy your adventures get, remember to come back to Inazuma. We'll always welcome you, no matter when you drop. You gotta come and watch the fireworks this meteor shower inspired as they soar high in the sky.
Sounds like a plan.
I will. You're as earnest as ever. Oh yeah, by the way, have a look at this. That's right, this is the one you helped me pick. And you said it looked kind of like me. I went to buy another one. Look at it whenever you're feeling down. Who knows? Maybe it'll raise your spirits. If nothing else, you'll know that I'm supporting you all the way. Of course, meeting in person is still better. Okay, I'll be heading back now. I'm sure we'll meet again soon. I really loved the trip you prepared for me. In fact, I'm totally impressed. No matter where you two go, I know that our friendship and its warmth will support you. So, go forward, to the end of your journey and to the ends of this world. See you around.
Where's the item? Could be in here. Oh, empty spot. Nice, kita dah set story quest. Ini ada banyak lagi yang kita perlu buat, tapi tak apa, kita layan next story. This is from ini cuba settlekan story satu persatu. Kejap guys, kita
It was on a deserted moonlit night that the hero approached the vile dragon's limpid lair.
Boleh duduk Terlupa simak.
You took your time. Sorry, I bumped into the Traveler and Charlotte en route, and we ended up chatting for a while.
It's been a while, Lynette. We're working as Lenny's temporary assistants in the investigation of the Phantom Weasel.
Thank you. It's good to have you helping. So, what's the situation? Have you seen Gemma?
Nope. I've been here a while, and she still hasn't shown up.
How bizarre. Maybe it was bad intel. Well, we won't get anywhere by standing around waiting. Traveler, Paimon, let's go ask around.
Let's go. Batasa.
Excuse me, good sir. Do you by any chance know a Gemma?
A
Gemma?
Gemma?
You mean Caesar's fiance? Sure I do. What's this about?
I'm just trying to get a hold of her because I need her help with something. I heard she comes here a lot.
Yeah, she does. Poor thing. It's no secret why, either. She's heartsick. Ever since Caesar passed away, she's been coming here once every week to clean his grave. Often, she just sits there in front of his headstone, lost in thought. Sometimes she talks to herself. I asked her what she was doing once. She said she wanted to speak to him again. She knows he's gone and can't hear her from the grave, but she just likes to spend time there, telling her fiancé all about how her life is going.
And she's been doing this ever since Caesar passed away?
10 years?
Oh, so 10 years. Wow. Their love must have been really strong.
I'll bet. Caesar's reputation fell apart after his identity was revealed, so no one else visits his grave. Gemma's the only one who still thinks about him after all these years. I don't know if the mind lives on in the waters after death, but if it does, I'm sure Caesar must be grateful to have someone who remembers him fondly. If I'm honest, I think this is all so unfair to poor Gemma. Her fiancé was a low-life crook. He doesn't deserve someone like her. Anyway, all of that said, she's running later than usual today. Normally, she'd be sitting in front of his grave by now. I wonder if she's okay. Well, that's everything I know, I'm afraid. You might have more luck asking some other people.
All right, well, thanks for sharing all of this with us. We'll keep asking around.
You're welcome. I just hope she'll be able to move on one day.
Crush?
Did you hear the news? They're saying the Phantom Weasel's back.
You're kidding. Wait, isn't he dead?
I don't know anymore. All sorts of news flying around nowadays. I can never tell what's true and what isn't. But what if, just hypothetically, I mean, what if this weasel's the real deal and Caesar was framed?
Called it. Seriously, 10 years ago, on the day it all went down, I said to myself, you know what? This guy's been set up. The Caesar I knew was a good guy. He gave balloons to children on the street, for Pete's sake. What, are we supposed to believe that he was a balloon thief or something? Give me a break.
Oh, please. Weren't you the one cursing his name to high heaven when the police announced the news? You were all, that gosh darn lousy son of a, you think you know a guy, or words to that effect.
Wait, did I say that? I don't seem to recall.
Hello there. Sorry for disturbing you, but I couldn't help but notice you were discussing the Phantom Weasel. We're actually quite interested in this topic as well, but we're struggling to get to the bottom of it. Do you think you could spare a moment to tell us a little bit about Caesar?
You've come to the right people. Yep, I was there. Back when Caesar used to perform magic tricks on the street. He was a great magician. The best trick I ever saw him do was pop a transparent balloon, only for a whole bunch of doves to fly out from the inside. I was right up close and didn't blink or look away once. But for the life of me, I still don't have the faintest clue how he pulled it off. Really incredible stuff.
I saw him perform too. He always used to bring some gifts along for the kids who came to watch his show, and he'd hand them out after he was done. Sometimes, he even got the kids to write their wishes down, and then he'd make the items on the wish list appear in his next show.
Huh. He doesn't...
But after he died, there were also rumors that he used the wish list to find out what was precious to people, with the intent to steal it later. As I'm sure you know, the Phantom Weasel would steal just about anything from anyone.
Whatever the case, now that the Weasel is back, Caesar's become a hot topic once more. I bet Gemma must be pleased. If Caesar's name gets cleared, maybe it'll finally give her some solace after all this time. No, speak of the devil. That's her over there. If you've got any more questions about Caesar, she's definitely the one to ask.
So that's Gemma. Is it just Paimon, or does it look like something's wrong? Wait. It looks like...
Who's asking?
Don't be afraid. We mean no harm. It looks like you're injured.
Thanks for your concern. But you didn't answer my question.
My name is Linny, and this...
My name's Paimon, and this here's the Traveler.
The Weasel posted a warning letter this morning. If he still lives, that means that Caesar was falsely accused. You knew Caesar better than anyone else. So, I promise you can trust us. We won't hurt you. In fact, we'll do all we can to keep you safe.
I never believed that he was the Weasel.
Huh. I suspected as much. Okay, so going back 10 years, do you remember anything strange in the weeks leading up to the accident? Did Caesar have a falling out with anyone, for instance?
No, not that I know of.
Got it. All right, sorry for disturbing you.
If you don't have any more questions, please leave.
I want to
be alone with him.
Judging by the look on her face, there's definitely something fishy about her.
She's lying. She definitely knows something.
That's fair. We're just a bunch of strangers who showed up and started questioning her about things that happened. In any case, I doubt we'll get any further here, so let's call it a day. Meet me outside Hotel de Bourg.
Wait to the net. Okay. Sorry. One day lah.
Over here.
Lynette's not joining us today?
I've had her follow Gemma and see if we can make any inroads with her. They should be at a cafe right now. Still, I don't think that Gemma's... Today we'll be looking into a guy named Lorenzo, Caesar's former pupil. When Caesar passed away, all the stolen goods discovered in his home were confiscated and returned to their rightful owner. Before long, Lorenzo was the next big magician in town, his fame surpassing even that of his master, and it made him very wealthy. He's since left the magic scene, though, and these days, he's a wealthy businessman with his fingers in a lot of different pies. I had to pull a lot of strings, but I managed to get him to agree to a couple of drinks with me. Be warned, though, I hear he's got a hair-triggered temper. We'd best be careful.
Okay, we best be careful. Where could it be?
You neglected to mention that you were bringing 2 other people with.
My apologies. These 2 are my assistants. When they heard that I was meeting with the former magic maestro himself, they begged and pleaded with me to bring them along. And if it's no trouble, a couple of autographs would really make their day.
Oh, forget the pleasantries. Just sit.
Get a load of this guy. Forget the pleasantries, he says, but he looks pretty happy about Linny stroking his ego.
I only agreed to meet since we're both magicians. Do me a favor.
Much obliged, sir. As it happens, yesterday morning, a warning letter from the Phantom Weasel appeared on the entrance to the Opera House. He claims to be planning something for the same evening that I'm scheduled to do a magic show there. As such, I believe that I may well be his target. I have to get to the bottom of this to ensure that my show can go ahead as planned. Naturally, any investigation into the Weasel starts with a few questions about Caesar, who...
What is there to investigate? Caesar was the Weasel and he's been dead for 10 years. So what if some sick creep thought it'd be funny to write a warning letter? It changes nothing. Are you trying to tell me you actually bought it?
Please, sir, no need to get so worked up. I do concede that a copycat is but one possibility.
Possibility? It's a fact, Linny. Look, my patience is limited, so listen carefully while I'm still willing to put up with you. The Weasel is dead.
Period.
Everyone knows that, so do yourself a favor and quit this investigation. It'll lead you nowhere. Look, if this affects your magic show in any way, I will personally compensate you for any loss.
Oh, sir, I'm honored, really. But this isn't about finances for me. My pride as a magician is what's at stake here, Lorenzo. Copycat or not, this person has thrown me the gauntlet, and I must meet their challenge head on.
Your pride? Don't mince words with me, boy. Just tell me, what exactly are you seeking to do?
I want to find out the Phantom Weasel's true identity. I have to know for myself what really happened 10 years ago.
What would that accomplish? And what do the events of 10 years ago have to do with you, anyway? Look, you of all people should know that a magician never reveals their secrets.
And in
any case, dead men don't talk. So if you really care about your magician's pride, then you'll forget about Caesar and move on.
Uh-oh. This is getting awkward.
Lorenzo? Is that? Oh, it is you! I know that big, booming voice anywhere.
What's up, my man?
What's up, my
Wanna get a
man?
drink with me?
You wanna grab a drink with me?
Another day, I'm busy.
Oh, come on! You can't be all business all the time.
If I wanted your life advice, I'd ask for it. Now get out of my face and go be drunk somewhere else.
Sorry, my good sir. I don't believe I've had the
Oh, hey! Edmondo. He and I are business pals. We worked together a bunch of times. This is your first time meeting him? Oh, he's always like this. Foul-mouthed and hard-nosed. Never heard a kind word out of this guy the whole time I've known him. And he wonders why he can't get a girlfriend, despite being...
That is something,
pushing
anyway.
40, 30, something. Anyway.
The point is,
a lot older than when he first got rejected by the girl he was into.
He's still
into,
from what I hear. Shut up and get out of my face. Another word out of you and you can forget about doing business with me ever again. Do I make myself clear?
Sorry, I may have had a...
Into Gemma. Is it right?
I think it's high time I made a move as well. If you really want to investigate this, Linny, be my guest. But if nothing good comes of it, don't say I didn't warn you.
Well, that fell to pieces in a rather spectacular...
Totally. And what was all that about, He's gotta be hiding something. And not like Gemma. She was a...
I think so too. That guy Edmondo seems to know a thing or two about him.
Is that Edmondo? Edmondo.
You okay there?
Who are you? Oh, it's you guys. Don't worry about me. I must have had one too many. I said way too much back there, didn't I? Yeah, I nearly talked myself into
So, he was serious about threatening to cut you...
Hey!
Get your voice
down.
down.
Don't go prying into Lorenzo's personal affairs.
What kind of bad
Don't even ask. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to cut this conversation short. And take it from me, trouble with Lorenzo is one thing you don't need in your life. That's not a good sign. You're too...
Get away your hair. I'm leaving.
And there he goes.
Shh. I think we're being watched. Someone was listening in to our whole conversation. Don't say anything and don't look back. Any altercation in the city will attract the guards.
Hey, jauh ya. The magician straight. Yo.
You followed us a long way. Why don't you come out and introduce yourselves?
So you're Linny. And where's your sister? Ain't she with you today? Save us the trouble and go fetch her for us.
Let her for
Paimon doesn't like the tone of your voice, mister.
Who sent you, huh?
Save your questions, missy.
You ain't
You
gonna
ain't gonna need
answer
answers
me,
where you're going. Capiche?
Capiche?
Looks like we can't have... Now, I'm not the strongest fighter, so I hope you're ready to back me up.
Don't worry, we got this.
Solidify!
Take flight!
Curses. They're tougher than we thought.
Vision wielders are always trouble. Intimidation ain't gonna work like it did on the
Come on, let's scram!
Let's scram.
Guys, we ain't through with you yet. Oh, they got away. It's like they just wanted to rough us up as a scare tactic. And they've already done it to someone else. You're right. She was injured when we saw her. Maybe she was too scared to tell us the truth.
Well, if that's the case, let's head back to the cafe and see if...
He didn't come. Oh, it should be Charlie.
Gemma?
You again? What is it this time?
We just ran into the men who've been threatening you, and we gave them a taste of their own medicine, so you can relax now. We're here to protect you.
What? Why? I didn't tell you anything. Why would they come after you?
Sounds like they're no strangers to you.
That's putting it mildly. I know them all too well, and I hate them with every fiber of my being. It's been 10 long years, and still every time I try to look into Caesar's death, they show up and warn me not to do anything stupid. How do I know I can trust you? Do you really think you can?
I'm afraid I can't reveal all the details just yet, but I can promise you this. I will expose the Phantom Weasel's true identity. Because you see, this is a personal matter of the utmost importance. I give you my word. Trust me.
Okay.
How can
I help you?
I've heard that Caesar used to have a magic workshop where he kept a lot of his personal effects. If possible, I'd like to take a look at them. Do you know where it is?
The Fleuve Sonde. But the place was sealed up by the police after his death, and I also know that the Fleuve Sonde is dangerous territory. Lots of hostile groups.
Understood. Lynette, you stay here and take care of Gemma. Don't let her come to harm.
Got it. But if I'm staying here, I'm ordering dessert.
I mean, bon appetit. But stay sharp, too. They're likely to come for you while I'm away.
Okay. Alright. Power saving mode off. I'll start taking this more seriously.
So what's that down here or what? Right, look closely. Yeah, it should be down here. Let me see what we're gonna find.
If Gemma gave us the right location, then the workshop should be right nearby. Huh. Looks like these boxes are blocking the entrance. Let's shift them away first. There we go. It should be just down here.
Enter the magic workshop.
So this was Caesar's workshop. Nothing suspicious here, just normal magic props. Let's head in further. What was that? Oh, is this one of Caesar's gadgets? Guess we must have triggered some sort of device.
Yeah.
Got nothing.
Stabilize. The wind knows me.
Whirling snow.
As one with wind and cloud, one with nature.
Whoa. Look. The doll in the box is glowing.
Where are they going?
There's something written on the card on this doll.
I like little doll, robot with cool power.
Time to go.
These magic boxes are moving. What do we do?
One of them looks different from the rest. Let's investigate.
We have something here. Common chest. We got nothing on.
Time to go.
That's common chest. Nothing here. Got nothing. Oh, I thought we have a chest in here.
That's weird. Have we reached the end already? There's nothing here. Maybe this was a wasted trip.
This place seems a little too ordinary for a magician's workshop. There's a distinct lack. We've triggered quite a few devices on the way here. I'm starting to wonder whether Caesar built this whole place as one big... If so, then there must be more to this place than meets the eye. Maybe a hidden room?
Hidden room somewhere.
Ha!
A secret pass?
I'm a magician too, and it looks pretty big inside.
Got common chest. That's what I want. Yes, oh, nice. We got execution chest.
The wind knows me.
Take flight! My apologies.
That was good.
Stabilize.
What the hell did I even...
One with nature.
Take flight. My apologies.
Why have you stopped, Lenny?
Huh. It just looks familiar somehow. Let me check this out for a second while you guys go. If anyone makes a major discovery...
All right.
Solve the magician, a magical puzzle. So if I can solve it, don't worry about it.
Time to go.
Got nothing, got no chest. I think ada punya step without stepping out the same twice. How can that be happen? It should be like this. Yes, sir. Oh, we should call it. Investigate the hidden room.
Wow! There's a hidden room here!
Got any chest?
This book's thick as a brick! Let's take a peek inside it, shall we?
About the wish list.
At one of my shows a few days ago, a child asked me how I pulled candy out of my hat. As a joke, I told the kid that the hat has a built-in wish-granting machine. Next thing, so I told them another white lie. The machine needs time to power up, but in the meantime, you can write your wish. I wound up saving very little this month, but that's not a major issue. Two children came to talk to me after today's show. I don't know why they were out on their... Anyway, they said that they wanted me to teach them how to do magic. It's not uncommon. I told them that learning magic is very hard work. That didn't faze them at all. It seems like something's bothering Lorenzo lately. Surely he's not upset that I agreed to teach those two. I have a good feeling about those kids. They have all sorts of fantastic ideas. They wanted to call me Master, but I told them they absolutely mustn't. With time, I have no doubt that they could become far Gemma thinks so too. She doesn't like being around them. Says that it's nearly time for me to go on tour. I once overheard them talking about their father and their mission. It's only been 10 days since I first met them. They're very tough, but also very cautious. And they hide things from me too. For example, that's the thing about children. Whenever I can sense that their lives have been hard after thinking things over. P.S. I hope they won't find my nagging annoying. P.P.S. Maybe I'm overthinking. Oh, Caesar.
Just mind your own business.
Two magic geniuses with a father and a mission, huh?
That must be Lynette and...
Sounds a lot like he was writing about Linny and Lynette, don't you think?
Yeah.
So did they meet Caesar when they were kids? Linny?
Shh, hold that thought.
Fishy?
All in good time. Before we go over our new leads, I want to tell you how a high-altitude escape is. First, the magician slots themselves into a magic box in full view of the audience. At this point, a dummy will fall out of the box. Meanwhile, the real magician, who has by now blended into the crowd... Wait, oh no! Is that me? Did I just fall to my death?
Very vivid description. Paimon can really picture it.
And then what?
The audience's gaze then turns to the magician, and by the time they realize what's happened, the dummy has vanished. Of course, that's just how I think the process. The inventor of this trick never performed it successfully. When the box opened, he fell right to the ground from the highest point of the opera house. And no one else has ever attempted this trick since. My understanding of how it works is just...
So Caesar's famous high-altitude escape has never been done. Paimon was about to say how cool it would have been to see it in person, but... Wait a second. So if a dummy's supposed to drop out of the box...
Glad you asked. That brings... This box right here is the one that Caesar constructed himself to use in the performance. And it's... Once the magician's inside, and the box is lifted up into the air, from where they're standing, they have a clear view of the front, sides, and bottom. But the back and the top are now no longer... At this point, the magician presses a button. He then escapes through this trapdoor onto the
That's way simpler than Paimon imagined.
Well, there's a little more to it than that, of course. The hardest part of there's the falling dummy, the miraculous reappearance, the pompous performing, many days and nights of careful Caesar was a highly accomplished
So, how did it go so wrong?
I can make a pretty good... I looked into the case files. The magic box Caesar was using at the time of his death had...
Okay.
But here's the strange thing. Most of the devices in this workshop have the mechanism on the left-hand side, including this box right here. Which leads me to believe that because a magician can't afford to have their most basic habits stand out too much. People naturally focus, but a magician needs to be able to redirect the essence of magic is getting people to believe a lie. And so, Caesar trained himself but in his most stressful and nerve-wracking moment. Exactly. I think that's likely what happened. Caesar would have been under a lot of time pressure during the escape. He'd have had mere seconds to open but I'm sure he was confident. He would have rehearsed, so he opened the compartment, took out the dummy, checked everything much like when you reach for your keys but find your pocket empty. His mind needed a moment to process what was going on. Instinctively, his left hand would keep feeling around for the missing button, maybe with the stakes being as high as they were, just a
When in reality, someone switched the boxes, but... How would they be able to make the switch without being...
It would have to have been someone who knew that he was left-handed, and who could move his props around without arousing suspicion. Someone who was... Isn't that right, Lorenzo?
You just couldn't let sleeping dogs... There's not a lot of people who'd go to all this trouble for some magician who died 10 years ago. But I gave you your chance. I hope...
You mean Gemma? So you are the one...
Yes, although however stubborn she might be, she was never much of a liability. But you, people, which is why you can't leave this place.
To your worth.
Clouds high, the birds call.
Embrace the ice.
That it? Nah, easy.
You kids are tougher than you look.
Had enough yet, Lorenzo? Your cronies can't help you now. I think it's high time you started talking. And what I'd really like to know is, why did you murder Caesar?
If I had a Mora for every time you said that man's name. Of course you idolize Caesar, everyone else did. But I was the real genius magician. Me? He was just an amateur who did cheap tricks for gullible children. I was the one who made magic into the...
So it was...
jealousy. Hatred. He poured everything into his street performances and his stupid tours. But the people loved him, didn't they? Oh, how they looked up to him.
Oh, your
No one gave me a second look. All I ever heard was, "Oh, your master's amazing, isn't he?" Amazing.
Yes.
So amazing that he was completely broke. Every other apprentice was living it up at their master's expense, but no, not me. I put in all the work, mastered all the skills, and it brought me nothing more than the life I already had. He forbade me from using magic to trick people out of their Mora. There was nothing he hated more than that. And with his reputation in Fontaine, it was too risky for me to go it alone. As long as he was alive, if I dabbled in I had to kill him. There was no other way.
He has to go.
He had to go.
And this was your only...
It was reason enough. What other motive would I need?
Well, I was under the impression that there might have been other factors at play. For instance, maybe you were in love with Gemma, but she was engaged to Caesar.
In love with Gemma? Don't...
Guess I was wrong about that then.
I would have been told.
Yeah. Caesar was so strict with me. I never bought into any of that. I was more interested.
Oh, yeah! Charlotte told us that the weasel would steal whatever people value.
That's just how it looked from the outside. What would any... I stole cheap things as a way of practicing my craft. It was other people...
So, that's the story, huh?
What choice do I have? You're a pack of wolves, and you've got me between your... So be it. I've enjoyed power and wealth for the last 10 years.
Very well. Traveler, Paimon, keep an eye on Lorenzo.
How dare you, Lorenzo? You kill your own master because you do not have any Mora? You are foolish mortal.
Looney has told...
Looks like it's all over. What should we do next, Lenny? Should we start preparing for your show?
Let's rendezvous with Lynette and Gemma first. With Lorenzo in custody, Gemma will no longer have to fear...
Good point! We should go tell Gemma the good news.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray.
Ah, you're back.
Oh,
you're so
back.
quick. I've only just finished my third dessert.
Your third? Lynette, come on, we've talked about this. Everything in moderation. You're not gonna have any room left for dinner now.
It's fine. I'll shift to exercise mode and jog off the excess sugar.
That's besides the point.
Don't know, but to
Well,
eat more
it's
balanced
done
diet
now,
in the future.
but try to eat a more balanced diet in the future.
Point
taken.
Did everything go okay?
Of course! Lorenzo was no match for us. The guards are taking him into custody as we speak.
Gosh, that's amazing. I'm sorry. I still didn't know if I could trust you. But now it seems I can. I had my suspicions about Lorenzo, but I...
It's okay. We understand. He did threaten you. Paimon would find it hard to trust strangers in your position too, but you don't need to be scared anymore.
Everything's gonna be okay.
Sorry. My emotions are all over the place right now. I've been waiting for this day to come for so long. I always wanted to report Lorenzo. He took all of Caesar's property, which I found suspicious. But I had people watching me all the time, so I couldn't risk looking into it. I was so afraid. I was scared he'd do something terrible to me, and then no one would be left to visit Caesar's grave. So I never had the courage to speak out. Thank you all. Truly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all for clearing Caesar's name. I never would have guessed that Lorenzo was the real Phantom Weasel. He never showed any signs that there were problems between him and Caesar in public. From the outside, it looked like they got along great. And to think that lowlife's been living life to the fullest all this time, while Caesar's name was getting dragged through the mud. At least his soul can finally rest in peace now. Thanks to your efforts.
If only I'd realized before it was too late.
Don't blame yourself, Gemma.
Yeah, you still have the rest of your life to live.
Cheer up, Gemma. My brother's doing a magic show at the Opera House tomorrow. This show will be a special one. We're holding it in Caesar's honor.
In Caesar's honor?
Really?
Great. We'll see you tomorrow evening. Traveler, Paimon,
don't worry, we'll be there. No way are we gonna miss out on a free magic
show.
Wait, Paimon feels like we're forgetting something. Oh yeah, Caesar's diary! We never found out if the two kids Caesar taught magic to were Linny and Lynette or not. Linny changed the topic back in the workshop, so we didn't get a chance to bring it up. Oh well. Guess we'll just have to ask Linny tomorrow evening.
Evening, right? Evening. Probably this time. Teleport. Let's go. This is gonna be a special magic show doing by Linny and Lynette.
Not this time. My brother's going solo, so I'll be watching with you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody's ready because the show is about to begin. The great magician Linny has prepared a spectacular show for us all tonight. Concluding with an all-new grand finale that no audience has ever seen before.
Thank you all so much for coming. Now, Prepare to join me on a journey through the mystical and miraculous.
Exciting stuff.
Yes, it's just...
No wonder. Caesar was a famous magician too, so...
Well, I was out on the street once, and children love magic because they're willing to believe in things that can't be rationally explained. Caesar had this amazing way of bringing them into a dreamlike world, and somehow I felt drawn to him too. It was with a flower. He took it in his hand, snapped his fingers, and it magically appeared on... I was...
Oh, that's so cute!
Is that right? Then I suppose he's... After all, you never know when the people dearest to you...
That's right. Paimon doesn't really know how to comfort you, but...
Right. Yes, you can breathe easy now. Phantom Weasel.
See? Even Lynette says... Wait, what? The Phantom Weasel? Lorenzo escaped? Where is he?
What do you mean, Phantom Weasel?
As Linny once said, a performer's job is to commit fully to their role and put on a flawless performance for their audience. But once the bag of tricks is empty and the curtain falls, it's time to end the show. The spotlight is no place for someone with no more cards up their sleeve. It's been 10 years, Gemma. Aren't you tired of the grieving widow act? I think it's time to put an end to it.
What are you talking about? Traveler, Paimon doesn't like where this is going.
Ladies and gentlemen, there will now be a brief intermission, after which Linny will perform the most electrifying... The final performance will take place outside of the Opera House, so please...
The Phantom Weasel never did like public places, did they? Don't worry, this place will be quiet soon. Let's talk...
Oh. So you are the Phantom Weasel.
Dear me, this is awkward, isn't it? And unfortunately, I'm all out of gadgets, so this is a big mistake for a magician to make.
Linny? Don't we have more? Lynette accused Gemma of being the real Phantom Weasel.
All in good time. Magicians are good at guessing what people are thinking. I know the questions you want to ask. And as it happens, the story I'm about to tell might answer a few of them.
Really? Well then, let's hear it! Paimon's dying of curiosity here!
Let's go back to the very beginning. A decade ago, when the Phantom Weasel was terrorizing the court of Fontaine. She never missed a target, never left a trace, and no treasure was safe from her thieving hand. But as her infamy grew, so did the readiness of the police, and her opportunities to act became ever fewer. Every day, she ran the risk of being exposed for who she... Of course, she could not simply take this lying down, and before long, she found her ticket to freedom. She would create a scapegoat, a false weasel to close the chapter on her behalf. After weighing her options, she set her sights on a renowned magician, Caesar. After all, magic and theft shared enough similarities for people to...
So, being the master deceiver she was, the weasel easily earned Caesar's trust. Now, all that remained was to frame him for her countless crimes. But as she was considering how to make her move, she noticed Caesar's aggrieved pupil, and a new thought entered her mind. Maybe I don't need to get my hands dirty after all. At her encouragement, Lorenzo tampered with Caesar's magic box, causing him to fall to his... Afterwards, Lorenzo seized his master's property, and the weasel set about tarnishing Caesar's reputation. Two co-conspirators committed the perfect crime.
I've got to hand it to you. You're both exceptional storytellers. It's enough to make even me wonder whether there was really another mastermind behind all this, pulling the strings. But I just have one question. You seem to think that I...
Don't worry, Loren, but I never believed that he was the weasel. And in fact, my investigation only made me more certain of that.
How disappointing. So you'd sooner trust Lorenzo than me? Even without a shred of evidence?
A magician is an expert at playing the audience to get the result they want. And I have no... With a little help from Lorenzo, you put on a very convincing performance. Caesar was maligned and hated by all for 10 years, but you? Everyone sympathized with your plight. Who would suspect for 1 second that the lovely young lady always seen weeping in front of Caesar's grave was actually the mastermind behind his demise? No, not that poor lady. Perish the thought.
Wait, so you mean the whole intimidation thing was just a hoax? Gemma and Lorenzo were both in on it? But why would Lorenzo agree to that? And why didn't he celebrate?
Yes, why indeed? Maybe Gemma herself could enlighten us on that question.
Well, Linny, if you're so confident in your having killed Caesar with his own hands, Lorenzo was plagued by overwhelming guilt. Revealing the Phantom Weasel's true identity would serve no purpose. But...
An excellent answer.
Is that right? Well, don't let me bore you.
As a matter of fact, why would the real Weasel have targeted things that only have value to other people?
Of course. After all, if I had to guess... Left to fend for herself after her parents died young. Betrayed. Scorned. Beaten. She'd scrounge waste paper from garbage bins to draw on. Using twigs and dirt for lack of ink and pen. She'd sew ugly ragdolls from whatever scrap material she could get her hands on. This was her only source of happiness in life.
But it was
all she needed. And she was content.
Until
the world decided that even this was too good for her. Once again, she was betrayed. And this time, everything was taken. This was a fate too cruel for anyone to bear. Her pain became a breeding ground for dark thoughts. Thoughts which festered and grew into a twisted solution to her troubles. I detest the happiness of others, in all its forms alike. I will rob them of everything they hold to be good and true. And it will fill the void in my soul.
That's some pretty heavy stuff.
Now it all makes sense.
Does this story satisfy you, Linny?
Yes, it is quite to my tastes. Thank you for helping to clear up my confusion.
Huh. That's right! Because without that, none of the...
She didn't write the letter.
After 10 long years, I'd hoped that the Phantom Weasel would be Linny. Or should I call you the Phantom Copycat now? You were the one who posted that letter outside the Opera House.
Very sharp, Phantom Weasel. Still as shrewd as ever. Well, no need for me to be coy about it. Our goal was to clear Caesar's name. The most straightforward way to change the public's impression of Caesar was to force the Weasel to show themselves.
That's it?
Of course we did. We made it quite clear in the letter, I believe. I shall take from you that which you hold most dear, just as you did to me 10 years ago.
10 years ago? You mean Caesar's death? Wait. Oh, I get it. You were those two obnoxious kids. It's been so long, and you're all grown up now. He taught you magic back then, didn't he? For what, 10 days or something?
We remember all our debts, however great or small. 10 years ago, Caesar's reputation was legacy was thrown out. 10 years on, and no one cares what the truth is anymore. But we did not forget. And so we came to find you.
And? What exactly did you take from me?
Free?
Do you really think
Caesar once told me that even though the world is filled with lies and falsehoods, we must find our own truth. I think that applies to you too. Truth can take many forms. Prized possessions with nostalgic value, fervent hopes and dreams, and irreplaceable people. Life took many things from you, and those wounds never healed. When they ached unbearably in the dead of night, stealing became your way of numbing the pain.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that for the last 10 years, you've been living a rather uneventful life. Perhaps that's because you found something other than a life of crime to fill the hole? Back to Lorenzo for a second. He murdered his own master, played along with your act, and took pains to make sure any suspicion would be directed towards him. But what did he have to gain from all that? He knew who you were and the things you'd done, and despite that, he was willing to... You're more than just accomplices in murder. You're the only real friends each other has. So I think you know, deep down, that he is the only truth you have in your life. But that truth is gone now. And I guarantee you, you'll never see it again.
Congratulations on your freedom,
Gemma. Your freedom will cost you dearly.
From now on,
you'll be all alone in a world full of lies and falsehoods. I do hope you'll be able to bear it. You've still got a long life ahead of you, after all.
Gather round, one and all. The time has now come for the amazing Lenny to perform his final act in tonight's show. I'm sure you're all wondering what he has planned for the grand finale. Well,
a high-altitude escape?
I'm sure you all remember the magician Caesar. This was, but we have now learned that Caesar was wrongly accused.
Guess that's my cue to leave. Whew. I've been Traveler, Paimon. I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. There may be a lot of people watching tonight, but you alone are my
Lenny, wait. You two hid a lot from Caesar. He went to his grave without ever knowing your secrets. So you don't have to tell lies to end up isolated and alone.
You're wrong.
I'm nothing like you.
So,
like Lenny said, when you're ready...
But what about Gemma?
She'll figure out what's best for her soon enough. Oh, and if you'd like to see Lenny after the show, you know where he'll be. The usual haunt.
All right. Well, let's go.
High attitude escape trick.
Magic should be mysterious, surprising, and defy logic. Magic is hard work. Every single movement has to be practiced thousands of times.
It's alright. We're used to that.
We're sorry. You've taught us so much, but we can't tell you the whole truth.
It's okay. Do you still remember what I told you? This world is full of lies and falsehoods. I only hope that one day you can find your own truth.
What about you? Have you found your truth?
Magic is my truth. I want to perform a magic trick so great that people will always think of me when they talk about it. For a magician, what greater honor could there be?
Look! Behold! Lenny is sealed inside the box. Will he manage to escape? 10 years ago, Caesar attempted this very trick, and it was at this precise moment that...
Lenny! Watch out!
Mysterious. Surprising. And this honor belongs to you. Caesar. I'm just sorry it's a little late.
Did you see that? 1 minute he was falling, and the next, he turned into flowers.
How could he possibly have done that?
How mysterious. I didn't blink. What a heart-stopping magic show. This was really worth the trip. Caesar's name has finally been cleared, and Fontaine's new star magician Linny has fulfilled a wish on...
Looks like everyone really loved Linny's grand finale. Paimon doesn't see Linny anywhere. Oh, Lynette said he'd be waiting for us at the usual hunt. Oh, you mean the... Yeah, that's probably it. This whole magic show... Alright, let's go look...
Oh, the old place, isn't it?
Follow the wind.
The grave. The cemetery.
Are you alright? Paimon was scared to death when the chain broke.
Magic is a performance art. A magician has to get creative to keep the audience on tenterhooks. That's our job. So I tweaked Caesar's original setup a little to keep it fresh. I was honestly a little nervous during the live performance. The thought of falling, suddenly feeling weightless, seeing the sky and the ground spinning and spinning. Sometimes I can't help but wonder what Caesar thought in those final moments. Did he regret taking Gemma and Lorenzo on?
Or did he believe that it was his own slip-up?
Did he believe that it was his own slip-up right until the end?
You know, Paimon's been wanting to ask you about something ever since we were in Caesar's workshop. You learned magic from Caesar once, didn't you?
After I joined the House of the Hearth. To be honest, Lynette and I had an agenda. I told you about my past before, remember? As a young boy, I survived by secretly learning, but I quickly realized that observation alone could only get me so far. What I saw was the polished final performance, but the rigorous training they put in behind the scenes remained invisible to me. I needed to learn how to improve my sleight of hand, hone my misdirection skills, and make niftier props. We were gifted enough that we'd made some progress by ourselves, but without proper guidance from a professional magician, we quickly plateaued.
So that's why you sought Caesar?
Yes. We figured there was no harm in asking, but it took us by surprise that he was so willing to teach us. In all, we only spent 10 short days together, but he was very good to us. By contrast, we hid so many things. For instance, when he asked why I wanted to learn magic, I answered, it's my passion. But in truth, there was already a lot more to the story by then. After being taken in by an aristocrat for our magic talent, then betrayed soon after, this was no longer about me doing what I loved. What amazed me was how the lie escaped my lips even as I was hesitating over whether to tell him the truth. Trust is a beautiful thing. Sadly, I'd forgotten how to trust by then.
Linny.
Still worried about the way I feel?
You're really a gentle soul,
You really are a gentle soul, aren't you? But don't worry, I'm used to it now. From the mansions of the elite to the House of the Hearth, after Caesar went on tour, we became busy with our missions. The next we heard of him was that he'd fallen to his death. And was that night, I remembered his smile. To keep secrets is to put up walls. The longer you keep them up, the less you let people in. Then, one day, you look around, you only realize how much someone really meant to you when you lose them completely. That's why I was so confident this would hurt Gemma. Because I felt it for myself.
Yeah, we've had to say our fair share of goodbyes during our journey. Delicious food, fun toys, and the traveler by my side.
Paimon just need to
Paimon
focus
just
on
needs to
things like
focus
this.
on things like
And
this,
other
and all
happy
the
stuff will
unhappy stuff goes right out the
know.
window. You know, Traveler, doesn't that kind of make you Paimon's truth?
Exactly. It's the same for me and Lynette. We are the truest thing each other has in the world, and nothing can replace that. Life has taken plenty from us, like it did from Gemma. But at least it left us with each other. That's why the darkness never consumed me, and why it never will. Maybe we live in the shadows too, but we remember every precious ray of light that shines through. Alright, time to lighten this conversation up a little. What did you think of the
It was amazing! Paimon just wishes we hadn't been so distracted with the Gemma situation.
Whoa, that's a bit of a tall order, I'm afraid. The show's just finished, so my sleeves are decided.
Aw, come on!
Oh, alright then. Watch closely. I have a flower
in my hand.
You liar! There's nothing in...
Huh? My goodness, you're right. But I could have sworn I brought one here with me. Okay, try this. Count down with me. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2...
Now, have another look around. Maybe the flowers appeared somewhere else.
Really? Let's see. Wow, there it is! Oh, this is a different flower from the last time, right?
Oh yeah.
This one's called, like, more importantly, Paimon has to know...
Well, if you want to learn magic, you'll have to start by addressing me as teacher. Since you asked so nicely, I'll share one little tip with you. Namely, the student of magic cannot solely rely on others being prepared to reveal their secrets. You have to observe, think, and find the answers for yourself.
Is that it?
Look at the time. We shouldn't linger here too long. Thanks again for coming to see my show. I bid you both good night. I look forward to seeing you.
Alright, shall we head back down too? Oh, Paimon can't wait to read the Steambird tomorrow. Paimon bets Linny and Caesar will be plastered all over it. Let's head to the Steambird's offices tomorrow morning and see what we can find out.
Okay. The quest solution involves the quest Steamboat. Right. Steamboat interview. Bisa. I mean, seriously lah. I just want to finish it now. Oh my gosh. Oh, it was here. I see.
Time to go.
I'm very sorry, Charlotte, but my sister and I...
Oh, please, Linny, I'll only take a moment. Huh? What's happening here? I spent all night writing my piece about the Phantom Weasel, but just as dawn broke, I suddenly received news that Caesar's fiancée, Gemma...
That was quick.
Too late? That was quick, you say? It sounds like I've got some... Aha! My instincts did not lead me astray. You do have something to hide.
Maybe watching my high-altitude escape trick reminded her of a better time with Caesar.
Huh. Okay, then. Wait, no, there must be more to it. Oh, I remember now! You and Gemma were no quickfire question! Where did you—
Oh, we went to the cemetery and Linny did a private magic trick. Actually, glad you mentioned it, because that reminds Paimon—
What? I don't recall ever having received a rainbow rose from you myself.
No,
What the—
Seems like this interview— Forgive my persistence, but when there's— Apparently, one of the things she said to the guards was that her final wish— Alright, I guess I'll leave.
Lynette?
Don't.
Oh, really?
Phew. You and me both.
Please, take good care of that. I'd be really upset if you lost.
The pocket attentive. Okay, finally I just finished the akhirnya selesai story ya. Ini 200 more. I need to do fountain, just 1, 2, 3 more. Oh my god. Okay guys, kita sampai sini saja. Terima kasih yang sudah tengok dan like Terima kasih semua. Thank you for you all that watch my live stream. But we're gonna end it right here. Thank you, and I hope we can see you again. Thank you guys. Bye bye.